that one feel today, especially coming off the All-Star break and start the second half of the season on a good note?
I think it was a good stepping stone for us, considering everything you said. I think for us, it's about making sure we just, keep inching away every day, whether that's a game or practice itself. So we know the work that consistently has to be put in for us to, win these games, and hopefully we can keep on that stretch.
You guys had 5 in double figures today. What did you think of the offense and how you were able to all get involved?
I think it was just teamwork. Since we got back from All-Star, we've been in the gym for the last couple of days, and defense was huge for us. We emphasized that, but also just being able to play together and have fun. I think that was a big factor in tonight, and that's why we ended up getting the win.
When you talked about the defensive focus, what were the specifics that you wanted to work on going into a game like today against a team that's really tough for the Mystics?
Just being on the string, you know what I'm saying? Like being where we were supposed to be, and also helping the helper, making sure that you trust your teammate. At the end of the day, if you go to the help side, you know that they got your back.
When you look ahead to goals for the rest of the season, what kind of comes to mind from a team standpoint?
Get ourselves as close as possible to those playoffs, obviously. I think we all are on the same page in our locker room about what we want. And playoff is in that conversation for us. But more importantly, find a way to have fun while still be competitive while we make this stretch. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to sacrifice a lot, and hopefully our team, I think so, is on board to do that. We know what it's going to take in order to even be in conversation with the rest of these teams, and with the preparation we had these last couple of days and where we can get this day off tomorrow, I can foresee ourselves honestly, we got a chance to keep going. If we can make whatever we want out of it, it's kind of on us.
I agree. Yeah.
You guys have been in a lot of tight games this season. Obviously, some didn't go your way, but to pull out a one like today against a good team, what do you feel like you all have improved on in that kind of facet of the game of being able to pull out those close wins?
Just knowing when to finish, when to take heed, and know that at this point in the game is where we feel like most confident and we can take the lead. So it's just about finishing. And through the first half, I feel like you said, we've been in a lot of those situations. So I feel like we've learned from them. I think we had a lot of learning points with that. So like I said, just learning how to finish and getting better with it.
Tony, anything for Kelsey and Emma?
Yeah, Kelsey, starting with you. Like 2 days ago, you were talking about consistency for this team. Outside of that 2-minute blip in the third quarter, would you say this is the most consistent wire-to-wire game you guys have played this year?
I would say so. I think for this game, it was about remaining resilient. There was a lot of kids in the stands, and then on top of that, you're playing against a really good, aggressive, downhill team, and so for us, it was about making sure we would stand those runs when they made them. And like you said, outside those couple minutes, I think that we did a good job of staying resilient throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, even right now, a lot of road trips this year. How important were those 2 practices this week to get back on that, same pace defensively and be connected like you guys mentioned?
Oh, it was a big deal. Sometimes getting away and getting a reset button is really, really good. And I think because some of us did have that reset button, when practice was occurring, I think we had ourselves in a position where we knew what the focus was, and defense has been that main part and that main focus for us in practice. And so to see ourselves kind of like translated was you got to pat ourselves on the back, because we know how hard practice has been, and we know the stretches we've been on this season, and so it feels good to kind of be on the other side of things.
Emma, you and Grace have really clicked as a duo in these last couple of games. Where do you feel like that chemistry and partnership kind of came from?
So it's funny because in the first part of the year, me and Grace have been on the lower minute side of, games or whatnot. So in practice, we actually play against the guys to get our extra conditioning. So me and Grace have been playing together like literally all season, just that you guys haven't seen it. So the chemistry has been there, especially with her, being a rookie and all. I try to be as good of a vet as possible and teach and learn also from her and her game. So yeah, me and her just, we have a nice little connection.
Coach, what did you think of the team's win ability to kind of fight through like a team that was not going to go away easily in the Mystics and to pull out with the win?
Yeah, no, really proud of my team. Group effort from everybody off the bench was good for us. We really focused. Sykes had a game against us the last time we played. I think she had 27. We were trying to keep her. We held her to 9. They went to the free throw line like 37 times the last time we played, and we actually got our free throw goal, which is they only went to the line 14 times, but we made 21. So we just hit some goals that were really important, had 2 great days of practice, and I just think that's what this young team needs. We just have to keep practicing, and keep the ball in our hands.
We heard that the defensive end was a big focus over the All-Star break. What were your goals specifically for them? You mentioned a little bit this game, but just for the second half of the season, and what worked so well on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I thought our communication was better tonight. There was some, with it being right in front of us, we could hear the communication that was happening. When we've had some moments with our scouting report defense where things were supposed to happen in the last few games, we've really broke down on not executing those. And I can't wait to watch the video, but in the fourth quarter and in the third, we really communicated and executed our scouting report defense. So just really proud of our team and our effort tonight.
And for the team to have 5 players in double figures, having that offensive balance, what kind of worked well on that end of the floor, and where do you hope that they can continue to build on?
Yeah, I think just continuing to, we talk about our team heartbeat, we talk about culture, what that really is. When these guys decide to play, when we get it together, we held it up for AB. AB didn't have a great game. She was frustrated, but people picked it up with her. And I could hear our team talking to her on the bench. She was really frustrated. For a coach, those are the things you like to hear. That leads to positive things for the future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tony, Chloe, anything for Coach?
Yeah, I can go first. Christie, a lot of stress from your team and you about consistency these last couple of weeks, and outside of that little stretch kind of late in the third, do you feel like this is one of the most consistent games you guys have played this year?
I think so. I can't wait to go back and watch the game, but we executed tonight in some crucial situations. Coming out in the fourth, we executed, and Emma Cannon got a wide open layup. They executed some things we put in the last couple of days, and that's what our focus has been as it relates to offense. Even though for me, it's been a defensive focus. We've been unable to get stops when we needed to. We had a couple today that were, live ball turnovers that were just not good for us, and that's wide open layups. So we've got to go back and watch that and correct that. But I really like on both ends of the floor tonight. So, keep that consistent. We worked during our first 20 games. We got better. And then we had some drop-offs. And so we created this new 20 games. And we talked about how many minutes we have left of basketball, and we just took care of the first 40 tonight.
Erica was talking about the transition game and how that was one of the stats you pointed out earlier today. What did you see in that area in this game, and how did you see improvement maybe as you guys pushed after stops?
Yeah, for us, that's where we're at our best. We have players that can make plays if we understand what's good shots and what are bad shots. But we have the ability to run and make plays, and so that's what we have to continue to do. From the beginning, when we start slowing it down, that's when we start making some mistakes. But it's a fine line. You have to be able to balance both, and I thought we did that tonight very well. Today.
Pat, anything for Coach?
Christie, they had that 5-point lead in the third quarter. You went on the big run. They responded with a 6-0 run. I think you guys responded with the next 7. And then even there in the final minute when they had that little 6-0 burst, you responded by taking care of the ball and getting some free throws. What did you make of the resiliency here today, and where is that in terms of the growth you're looking to see from this team?
Yeah, just to, these last couple of days, every segment of our practice, there's been a piece dedicated to just end-of-game situations and just how important that is. And so what we did was we found different scenarios that we've been through this year, how we would play those, what we'll do on both ends. I thought that really made a difference tonight. I didn't like how that last minute ended, so that's going to be a great video for our team to see how we have to do a better job. You got to run that clock. There's no reason to throw a tight pocket pass late when you can just keep it and hold it, and if the shot clock goes off, that's fine, but they don't get a quick layup off of a turnover. So we're going to learn from those things, but we're going to keep executing those in practice, which I think really helped us.
Chloe?
After 8 straight losses, does this win kind of feel like a good reset or a weight off your team's shoulders?
Yeah, dang, Chloe, just you saying it. Yeah, no question. The guy they had 5 wins last year. We knew if we could, we just had to get over this hump. And we threw away the first 20. We put it on the board today. This game and our last game against the Lynx, our 20th game, and that dash in between. And that's what we're going to make of ourselves. Who are we going to be during that time? During that dash, who are we going to be? And we started out today and got a great team win, and it just felt so good to get over that hump.